All right, let's get started. This is our prologue. Today, the prologue is brought to you by my sister-in-law convincing me to buy racquetball supplies. I bought these about a month ago. Haven't used them. Maybe one day I will, but today is not that day. Nor has been the last 32 days. Someday soon. We're holding out hope. In a field of houses, you see a mass of people crowding around a structure overgrown with marigolds. You see Visick, considerably younger than you know him to be now. He's addressing the crowd. I'm used to it now. People say it all the time. It's behind my back or in the corner of a room, so they think I don't hear it. My wife is dead, so my heart is broken, but my ears work just fine. So I do hear it. I say to them, I don't mind it. But it's not just one person, it's a lot of people. Friends, people I've known for years, even family members. It must console them to be able to say it to each other, to try and find something good about her death. They say it all the time. Thank God, at least they didn't have children. But you know what? She had me. She left me behind. But what do I know? Maybe if I had children, I could share some of this crippling pain with some of them. Maybe spreading it out between a few people would make it more bearable. But that's bad to say, I guess. I'd never wish pain on a child. Why share pain with someone else when you could absorb it all yourself? Maybe I'd understand what self-sacrificing would be. Maybe I'd understand that concept better if I were a father. And we're going to head back to real time. And I need to get onto the correct layer here. All right. Would someone like to recap from last week, please?
Sure.
Brad, take a point of inspiration because you recap every single week.
Nice.
Also, great roll from Archer today. We have a 15. You can use a 15 on the die for any roll. 15 from Archer. Go ahead, Brad. Thank you.
15. Okay. We were here 16th of September. The last prologue was brought to us by Rhiannon and her crocheted mudkip.
Yeah.
The
And Ditto, yeah.
Oh, and Ditto, okay.
Always
Then
watching.
The prologue was named Arcadia. And then I wrote 2 sentences that the knife meets and 5 figures stand atop a hill. I don't know how accurate that is.
Incredibly accurate. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Brackle having crossed first over the, what was it called? The threshold of Cassis.
Sure. Yeah. The Veil of Cassis.
Yeah. I thought
Into the plane ethereal.
I thought 332 said the threshold of Cassis.
He might have. I don't remember what he said.
What I have in my notes. And then
Then that's probably what he said. That's
Brack-
probably, you know better than I do.
Brackle, wearing a gemmed magical crown, recognizes that the party's in the ethereal plane. He uses Unsettling Word and casts Polymorph on Urzok to turn him into the form of a rat. The rest of the party crosses and moves through the darkness and ethereal plane toward the archway with purplish light. Urzok crosses the break in the bridge of the second section and sees a statue of a bearded man holding an eagle with a purple hand, and the bird's mouth is open. The further we go, the easier it is to tell we don't require eating, drinking, and breathing. Urzok climbs across the connected portions. Vern carries Brackle across and Teth jumps. Eric plummets from the side and wild shapes into a giant eagle to fly over and meet up with the party. Brackle left a platinum coin, which stained purple for a couple minutes from contact with the statue. We enter a shadowy archway. Eric and Vern inspect fountains with swiveling glass lenses. Eric requires Brackle's assistance, and he and Vern configure the glass to form beams of light in the void space before them. At one point, Vern perceives his mother in his lens. Brackle's focus on the lens reveals Zolterai to him. Eric squawks to Vern to use creation for another lens. Teth explores the area for more lenses, and Teth sets up one of the lenses and hones his glass to refract a patch of light, while his glass reveals K6 to him. Urzok's lens reveals Gendrul. A purple orb appears. Phoenix, the giant eagle, retrieves the orb, which is Eric. The party ties the orb with rope and a magical cloak and gauntlets. The darkness emboldens the orb's power. Urzok attempts to mage hand the orb, but the hand is burned through rather quickly. Brackle dimension doors he and Urzok. The strength save works for all, Archer saving Vern, so none are locked to the ground, and the orb releases 2 blasts of necrotic damage, and whiz saves cause lots of damage. Level up. That's it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Thank you for recapping, Brad. I appreciate that, as always.
Boom.
Trying to see if there's any.
Urzok and Teth had a funny moment getting the lenses where the rolls meant
You
that
mean
Teth was
Urzok
like
kept
losing
Teth from
health.
fucking falling into a pit of death?
Into oblivion forever.
Here's the funny thing is I have Featherfall. I think Featherfall is a touch range. Could be wrong.
That's a good question. I don't know. I've never had Featherfall.
But it's I definitely have it as a good oh shit option for that exact situation. And it's like if you had fallen,
Just smacking on the back of the head as I'm falling.
you know,
Featherfall.
I might not have Featherfall.
We managed to not.
It's 60 feet. Okay.
We managed to not have the orbs blow up or ram
true.
into each other.
It's true.
The warning was to Brackle and Abyssal. That was the other thing about that. At the very end there, it was like, hey, this is a turning point. Everything else is going to be way harder. So basically, we went into New Game Plus, like difficulty, extra hard.
We'll see about that. I said that and then leveled you guys up, so we'll see if I can keep up with you. Actually,
You say that, and I don't feel any better. I just assume we leveled up so you can murder us harder.
Maybe that's it. Maybe I leveled you up so I can feel less guilty about
Yeah,
bringing
like
down the
finding
hammer.
finding a bunch of ammo in the save room before a boss. It's like, oh great.
Yeah. Oh, so we're fully restocking. That's the
Yeah.
type of thing this is. Gotcha.
Obviously, a big thing was we talked about converting to 2024 at the beginning of last session.
Yes. Yeah, and that'll be an ongoing thing. If the changes, um, if you do switch to 2024 and you don't like it as much, or it just feels like it's not something that you want, or you like the old version better for whatever reason, we can always switch back, or we can kind of pick and choose if it works out that way. Obviously, the levels with like the different subclass things, you'll have to decide which one. But that stuff, it doesn't have to be like just this 1 week span where you decide yes or no. That would not be very fair. So yeah, as we go, just let me know what you want to do. Okay, so where are we? We're on the bridge. Eric, you just got the orb. This feels very strange to you, Eric. You are smart enough. Your intelligence is high enough to assume something similar happened for Teth and Vern when they got their orbs. It feels strange having it on your person. You feel heavier almost. You feel there's a certain weight, both physical and mental, that is now kind of set upon you now that you're carrying this thing. You haven't used a short, or you haven't taken a short or long rest yet, so you haven't had a chance to attune to it. But just carrying it with you bears a burden. There is a toll that's being taken on you. What is the party doing? You just watched. You just almost took a shit ton of necrotic damage, and almost all died together in a circle. What's your next step? What's your next move?
I'm assuming we should probably. Well, sorry, everything's yelling at me. Eric, are you good? Good there, guy?
Convincing.
You're not a bird still, right? Yeah, you're back to from Phoenix.
Well, so the way Wild Shape works now, it doesn't matter if I've lost my temp hit points. I could just stay wild shaped for half my druid level hours.
That's cool.
That's 8 hours if I've
Yeah,
leveled
it
up.
just
But don't you level up at long rest? So maybe it's 7 hours.
still a long
I
time.
want Bird
Yeah.
Eric from now on.
What a Phoenix.
I want you to like.
Well, it's not
Phoenix.
a long time because I don't know how that works with this ethereal plane, being that like we've been here like days.
You're right. I will say that your bodies function normally in these exposed spaces. You'd feel like the only time the time around you is passing faster is in the darkness areas.
We still have one more of those to walk through, right? To get back.
Yep, through and up.
Oh right. Yeah, but Brad, if Eric just like Fiona from Shrek, it's just like when it's time to like sleep and you're gonna change back to your normal self, you just like fly up into a tree, like I'll see you boys in the morning, and then like fly off. So we only see the bird Eric from now on.
human Eric doesn't exist, or
No,
elf
no.
Eric doesn't exist.
He fell. I'm still not convinced this isn't all a trick.
It's just a different bird that you gave an orb of the Presidium to. Here you go. You seem like a
Yeah.
trustworthy bird.
Yeah, I'd say that Eric's back in his elf shape.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
To it received the orb, because I think was it Urzok that insisted on giving it to Eric.
I don't remember exactly, but
I don't know if Herzog
who
did,
brought it up.
but Donovan
I think
did.
it seemed pretty universal. I think everybody kind of unanimously decided that Eric was going to take this one.
It was in honor of our fallen friend Phoenix.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those things that's like Teth has an orb, Vern has an orb, so it's like, okay, you three fight.
I'm a paragon. I don't need an orb.
Yeah.
That pussy ass shit. I'm a fucking
I have the sword of Lendas.
paragon.
I have 1/3 of a minotaur in my sword.
And the soul of Dublin.
So-
That
And
works.
yeah, and a dragon.
most importantly, it lets me live forever. So
True.
immortality is pretty cool.
Eric receives the orb and feels the weight of it, and then metaphorically feels the weight and makes a vow then and there to the party to protect Azura and use every bit of tradition and upbringing by his sea elf New Ponte community and everyone he's met in his life to train him for this moment and save Azura. So he makes a vow.
And takes a
With-
level
with-
in Paladin.
And
Nice.
with this vow, you're going to stop assaulting strangers in alleys.
Those silly decisions are something I'd like to move past.
There's typically always a chance to repent for the things we've done in the past.
I think he's already done his first step of repentance, if I'm being honest. We were all there for that. I remember exactly what happened. I remember us just being like, all right, you hit him, you gotta let him hit you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That was a solid 45 minutes of out of game time spent in for 5 minutes of decision making on the road.
Uh-huh.
I was a big fan of that though. Worthwhile. Great. How are you guys getting back across this gap?
I will take my wings again, and I will carry Brackle across.
Great.
Once again.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
I had no problem walking across last time, so why would I have any problem this time?
Nice. Give me an acrobatics check.
That's why, because acrobatics is awful. I'd say it was a 1. Yikes. Bye, guys.
Oh no. Let me see what your other Eric and Teth, how are you crossing?
Jumping. Doing the 10
Right.
feet, back up, strength, hop, long jump.
And Eric?
Eric's gonna jump too.
Totally fair. Are you strong enough to jump? Jumping is based off your strength, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still
Eric's
So
Eric's
it-
pretty weak, so you can certainly try that.
Yeah.
Um,
Long jump is your strength score, and is what you can jump without. If you take 10 feet, jump is your strength score. So if you have 10, you can jump. You can back up 10 feet and then jump 10 feet.
Okay, I will climb across. I'll traverse the connected rubble
Give me an acrobatics check, please, Eric.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Not as bad of a situation as Urzak, but certainly not great.
Herzog's he just steps on the wrong brick and the brick falls off from underneath him and eats shit. He is going to cast Featherfall as soon as he slips.
Good thing.
What exactly does that do, Donovan?
I'll
don't
read
have
it
it in
to
front of me.
you as soon as I find which character sheet to look at and where it's located on
Fair.
that character sheet.
Do we
like,
still have
slow
that
your descent?
homebrew rule where it's like
Yeah.
cantrips, everyone picks a free one? So like
Yeah.
Druidcraft is given, so I don't have to select.
Druidcraft, Prestidigitation, or Thaumaturgy. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take Druidcraft.
So
I assumed, yeah.
So I'll take Mending. Okay, which I had before. Okay.
So as a reaction, my rate of descent slows to 60 feet per round.
Okay.
And I take no damage from fall, and the spell ends.
Okay.
Could
Yeah,
I?
Teth, you. So we're
I
gonna.
was gonna do something different. Not my grappler arm. I was gonna. But I don't know how quickly I'd be able to react because slowing it to 60 feet per round still sounds pretty. I know you're falling, so obviously you're moving quickly. It doesn't feel very slow.
So this is what's gonna happen in
It's
those 6 seconds.
It's 10 feet a second.
Yeah. So this first round, I know we're out of combat, but 6 seconds. Vern, you and Brackle are going to cross, no problems. Teth will jump across, again, no problems. Eric, you are going to kind of go around this top area, kind of ambling around. Gotta stop going on the wrong layer here. Yeah, you're kind of like moving around this side. And these stones start to break away for both of you. So essentially, this side of the bridge starts crumbling back as you're leaving, and that messes up your hold. So you are now hanging, Eric. You are holding on to the edge right up here with a 10. Urzak, you don't even get close to that. You are moving around with Eric, and the same kind of sheet of stone breaks off below you. Unfortunately, you were behind him, so you just drop into free fall. I think that all of you would see it, but Eric would be the only one to know how bad it is. So Teth, Vern, and Brackle all see the two of you go down. Eric, you're the only one. You're the only one that knows that Urzak is falling. So Urzak, you're going to be like in this space right here. Nope, this one. So he's falling at a rate of 10 feet per second. There is no ground that you can see below you, Urzak. There are things floating in the air around you. With a natural 1 for a 2, there's nothing. You're kind of flipping around, so there's no way for you to know how far away any of this stuff is, and there's no way to steady yourself. So you are falling slowly, but you are still kind of spinning out of control.
Like,
I have.
God, what the fuck was that movie? He's like, Jodie, who's is it Sandra Bullock in Gravity?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
She's like flinging around in circles in outer space.
It's George Clooney in Gravity. He like lets his thruster go and he just like flips out.
I have a potentially a kind of a reactionary thing that I might be able to try to do. The caveat to this is that unless I caught it relatively early, I don't think he'll be out of range. But Nature's Wrath, essentially, I'll read it because I have literally never been able to use it before. Because it's usually it's stuff has to be close. It has to be within 15 feet that you can see. You can conjure spectral vines around a creature of your choice.
Okay.
Typically, the creature then makes a strength save or has a restraint condition for a minute. Now, kind of using this out of context of combat, I kind of assumed is spectral vines just basically grabbing somebody and wrapping them up, right?
Mm-hmm. I would assume so, yeah.
So that being the case, though,
do the vines come from you, or is it a position of your choice within a range?
It says you can expend one use of your channel divinity to conjure spectral vines around nearby creatures. So I almost think that it might come from Death, but because it's hard to justify, right? Because it's weird that it has a 15-foot limitation and have it, you know what I mean. That's why I always kind of assumed it was kind of from you channel divinity.
It's broken.
The baby.
What's broken?
I don't know what he just said, but I thought I heard this bitch broken.
I had to you you gotta get a new spoon.
I need to get a new spoon for you?
Yes.
Or you need to get a new spoon?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Does that move down?
It does move down.
Let me show you. See? This moves down. Then you see the maker. Then you see the microphone.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to say anything to the guys?
Say what's up, dudes?
Say sup, dudes.
What's up,
It goes up there and it goes down.
Mm-hmm. All right, say bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
Bye, Archer.
Good night.
Wait,
Thank
bye-bye.
you for the 15.
Yeah. Thanks for 15.
But Mama.
Yeah, we'll go get him a spoon. Come on.
Okay.
Okay.
If there's a minute, we'll come up.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
And then we'll come back up. Yeah, so that is an odd description. I think from that description, I would assume that the vines just wrap around them, like you just restrain them. But I'll allow them to come from you if you succeed on a religion check.
Sure. Am I proficient? No.
Give me a succeed on a DC 14 religion check, and you can grab Urzak with your vines.
Should I just use Archer's 15?
You could.
I'm gonna let things play out in order, but I wouldn't be that concerned.
Okay, I'll roll. Well, actually, before this, do other people have ideas they want to try to like do a cool thing? Okay, I'll just roll.
I'd like to see. Yeah, do yours first.
Yeah, I'll just roll. I will give it the Archer stamp of approval. Nope.
There we go.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, Teth, you try as you might. You even holding the orb out, maybe. You call on Talos for a little bit of help with this thing that you're not quite used to using all that much. And vines extend from you. They just can't quite reach Urzak's position. He's falling a bit too quickly for you to conjure this out to his location. So he's still falling.
Yep. That was my reaction.
Eric cast Thornwhip.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
like
Fine.
back in the prison when the one guy was falling from the stadium bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna try that.
Yeah. Give me a nature check to do it without inflicting damage. I'm sure this is not a huge deal. You can do it either way. Urzak has quite a bit of health.
Is
so
it
that's
bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing?
Piercing.
fine. Magical piercing, I believe, right? Yeah.
I can reduce
I
it.
don't think
Reduced by
magical
5.
matters anymore. But yeah, it is magical. Did anyone else hear that? That in 2024 it doesn't matter if it's like treated as magical.
Oh, no.
That's what I've heard. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm still like 40% into these rules. I need to pick up the pace reading all of the new
There's
stuff.
so much, yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, with a 19 you can cast Thorn Whip around Urzak. Eric, make a strength saving throw, please.
Is this gonna be a domino effect where like
He is just going to make it worse. So, like, whack me out into the abyss
Eric,
instead of grabbing me.
You had a good idea, but you are still hanging off of the edge. Urzak's weight and the gravity pulling him downwards was just a little bit too much for you. You didn't expect that much force pulling on your Thorn Whip. So you now are also descending. Unfortunately, you do not have Featherfall cast on you, so you catch up to Urzak quite quickly, and you are both hurtling into the abyss.
All right. Giant eagle it is, Phoenix.
Let's see what Vern has to do first. Let's see what Vern has to say.
I mean, it might be overkill, but my health's so low that I'm hoping we're gonna rest anyway. Probably after this.
Maybe.
I'll go to the edge so I can look down and see them, and I was just gonna cast reverse gravity, like not on us, but like at a point down there, just to like send them back upward.
That's cool.
Okay. Let me read that real quick. 'Cause that's a cool idea.
reverse gravity is a fucking wild idea.
That give you? Oh, that didn't help at all.
I did not know you had that spell.
Yep.
Go with the legacy version. 7th level, pulling out those high spell slots.
God,
Like
dude.
I said, hoping for that.
You
that
should have
rest.
just let me die.
I'm kind of curious what would be down there. Like if you would just come back to the top anyway and keep falling.
You're gonna. I mean, I'm gonna let this play out before I tell you what I have. But I was in no fear.
Oh.
I don't want to I just don't want to metagame it. You know what I mean?
It's like it's
let
like
you
one of
guys
the things-
be your characters in the moment.
Yeah, it's like the initial reaction to it, and then that's why it's like there's like 3 things I can do, but realistically, it'd be like, okay, what is the initial response as you first fall? Okay, probably this. Okay, if it gets to the next point, then we'll see what else I do.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Eric. This is going to be kind of threading the needle. So I'm going to leave this up to a D100 roll, whether or not you are already out of range. This has a range of 100 feet, which you would, at this point, be right on the cusp of.
Can I sorcery points?
Unless, yeah.
Actually, no, I don't want to. Let's roll that D100. Let's see what happens. He can always eagle it anyway. So
Give me a D100, Eric. You are looking for the top 40%, so 61 and above.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Ooh. All right, so Eric, you are out of range. Urzak, you are stopped in the air, and you are hurtled back up towards the bridge as your gravity reverses, and Vern brings you back up. Give me a strength, or give me an athletics check, Urzak, when you get up to the bridge, just to see how well you catch onto the ledge.
19.
That'll do it. Eric, I need a dexterity save and an athletics check from you as well. Dex save and athletics check.
I'm just thinking about Eric just gave that really heartwarming speech about how he's like a better man and he's gonna do such great things and and then just gone
Flip it to his death.
with
As a
the
bird.
orb.
He's got a bird.
Hey, with the only reason Vern didn't up or sorcery point distance that was because he wanted to see Phoenix again.
And it's not
Vern has
going to
a bird
matter.
thing.
With a 9 on your dexterity save, Eric, the void wants its orb back. They sensed it. It sensed that it was leaving the temple, and it said, "Not today." You are going to feel a series of thick black tendrils reach out from seemingly nowhere, from out of the space below, and start to coil around your body. With a 1 athletics check, you are not able to fight against these at all. They are incredibly strong, and they're not suffocating you.
Are they?
But they are pulling you downwards. You are
So-
now grappled and restrained,
So I have
and
advantage
still
against
moving downwards.
being restrained. Should I use advantage on my saving roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So that'd be advantage for the athletics check.
Oh, sorry.
That is still not high enough, unfortunately. You put up a valiant effort, but you are now being dragged down and kind of sideways. So you are actually being pulled back under this way. So everyone up on the bridge, you no longer can see Eric. He has now been pulled underneath this building.
How far down is he at this point?
We're talking 120, 150 feet.
That's
Um,
fireball range.
I know you said it was a save. That doesn't mean that it was at all a to hit from the tentacles, was it? I could instant shield
What?
if you want me to.
It was a save to avoid them, not
Oh,
necessarily to avoid a hit. Yeah, they're not doing any damage to you. They're just coiling around you. The dexterity save was to avoid them, and the strength or the athletics check was to contest being grappled and restrained.
How do these things look?
Make a perception check.
Do they look privy to fire? Perception. Guys, with all that shuffling around, Herzog is up to a whopping 12 wisdom now. I have a +1.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
That's a dirty 20.
With the dirty 20, you can just barely make these out. It's very similar to how the orb appeared in the other room, nearly invisible unless light was shining on it the exact correct way. These tendrils are the same. You can see that Eric's body looks different. It looks like he is being wrapped up in something. You can see just like the shine on the outside of what looks like giant, like octopus, like kraken tentacles. With a 20, however, it doesn't look like they're necessarily attached to anything. So with a big enough hit, you may be able to break them away. It looks to you like the space itself is reaching out to grab Eric.
I'm gonna turn to Vern and say, all right, should we go get him? Or let him slack off for a little bit longer.
The gods have spoken. He wasn't worthy enough for the orb. No, I say, let's go get him.
All right. I'm gonna cast Fly on myself.
This means I'll be following with my wings, which are already out.
which gives me 10 minutes of flight, 60 feet, and I have the ability to hover.
Okay.
And I am concentrating on that.
Okay. Seth, what are you doing?
You guys need any help?
Guess we're gonna find out in a minute.
Okay. Tell me if you do. I'll fly down.
The reverse gravity, is it remain there? Is it like a well? Or is it like a one round thing?
It lasts for a minute, so it can still be there if Vern wants it to be. You have like 8 rounds left of reverse gravity if you want it.
I should probably drop it, right? Because that's pretty big.
Well,
This
I mean,
area.
what was the radius?
50, I think.
50-foot
It's
radius.
a 50-foot radius. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Well, my
50-foot
thought
radius,
process.
100-foot high.
My thought process was if that's 100 foot down and things get choppy down there, as long as we can get him and or us to that throws us up.
The updraft.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I guess we can. I mean, when I made it, I kind of expected it to be like not like that. I expected it to be off of us on that side of the.
I mean, that's just looking at the size of it. That's like, like everything over there. That's
Yeah,
massive.
it's the whole thing. I assumed, Vern, that you just had it like you started the cylinder like
Right.
at the base of the bridge.
Yeah.
So Urzak
Okay,
just
yeah,
like floated up to the top
Oh yeah.
and
That's
was just
true.
like
Oh, there we
bobbing
go.
up and down on the gravity.
Yeah,
I
that
think
makes a lot of sense.
Either way, whatever works for you, wherever you want to place it, Vern.
No, that
it's
sounds great.
twice-
It
I
is
like your idea.
twice
it
as
is
big as that.
crazy big. Yeah, it's so giant. It's the whole space. Yeah. So you guys jumping off?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Which means I
diving
dismiss
diving
it.
after Eric.
Okay.
Yep.
Vern and Urzak, you are diving off the side. Are you going over this way?
Towards Eric.
I guess it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. Eric's down here, so it doesn't really matter.
Towards Eric in a
He's not
direction
there.
that's not into the field.
How's he way over there?
Yeah.
He felt like a weird. The tendrils pulled him that way.
The tendrils are pulling him back this direction. Right when Vern and Urzak jump off of the bridge, Teth, you see from the shadow door over here a massive. It looks roughly humanoid, but it is made all of shadow. A creature emerge from the doorway, and it is going to. It doesn't have eyes, but if you look at it, it feels like it is looking directly at you.
This doorway?
Over here. The other one.
Oh, the other one. Okay. Great. I guess I'll go say hi.
As it materializes, as it moves out of the doorway, you see that it has black skin. It is wearing plate armor of sorts. It's kind of sort of covered in plate armor. It has 4 giant red eyes, 2 big horns, and instead of hands, it has giant like pincers for instead of hands. Hold on one second. I will show it to you.
Yeah, don't worry, Carlos, I got this.
Just like that. Just like that.
I was actually thinking of the other one. What's
Kingler?
not Kingler, is it Kroknaw?
Corfish. Kraballer.
Or
Not Brawler. Yeah, the goofy one.
Abominable.
There's another goofy. He's more lobster-like.
Corfish, right? I thought I guessed it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Corfish. You're right. I cannot believe that's his name. Oh, Crawdon. Yeah,
Crawdon.
his evolution.
He's a dark type. He's a scary boy.
Actually,
just like this guy. He's scary boy.
I might have missed this when I went to pee, but did you leave the gravity well up?
They did.
Okay, well then I'm definitely not going to be able to go that way, right? Because there's a gravity well in the center. Or is that
the top of the gravity well meets the bridge.
Okay,
so you can still cross the bridge.
Okay, cool. I was about to say, I just imagine, just like I'm gonna go fight you, and then just jump into the gravity well, and it shoves me up 100 feet. Like, nah. Okay.
This is going to be bigger than the actual monster is, so don't be alarmed.
Okay.
Actually, not that much. Yeah, he's going to emerge right here, and it is huge. It's very tall, very broad. And as he materializes, you can tell that his eyes are trained right on you and Brackle. We are in the Temple of Death, so it doesn't matter if you're here in the game or not.
Yep.
The last time Andrew's character was in an area like this, it didn't turn out great for him when he wasn't present.
No.
Yeah, keep him away from the edges.
Justice for Traffy. Let's head back down into the void for a second. Eric, what are you doing? You failed your first attempts at trying to wriggle free. The tendrils are just getting tighter, and you are being pulled downwards.
I've dealt with octopus before, and I'm assuming this guy has a swimming speed. I tried to talk to him. I can use
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I can use my message cantrip, and he can understand me because I'm a friend of the sea from Sea Elf. So I persuade and talk about my newfound vow to
I can't.
Azura.
I can't believe you're about to loophole this based on a mechanical specificity. It does have a swim speed, based on space, like astral swim speed, but it does have a swim speed. So I will allow you to cast message towards this creature. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
I would like to say, so I'm pleading to you, your power, to let me go and save another plane from destruction. We currently face, and then maybe in Azurian terms, but like the Four Horsemen kind of thing, referring to the looming figures.
Sure.
And
I'll figure out a good name for that eventually. Some type of
I don't know
comparable
if
parallel.
message has a limit, but Melora's aspect has communicated to us our mission.
Yeah, your message definitely connects. You don't see or you don't hear a response, but it is going to insight you. And the DC for your persuasion check is 19.
So wait, are you persuading the tentacles or?
Oh, there
Sure
you
is.
go. There you go, Brackle. You will hear. You can tell that this is not common, but because you incited the first message, it will use a language that you can kind of, some type of druidic maybe. It will get the message across to you, just saying, very well, continue your journey, and it will not help you back up to the bridge, but it will release you. So you are back in free fall.
Okay. I'd like to wild shape.
Okay,
I think I have to pick
exactly
form
what it
or
looks like.
something. I have to like pick forms from the current handbook, and I don't know if Giant Eagle is in there, but yeah, I would maybe guess so.
I would assume. This is the type of thing that gets tricky because the monster manual isn't coming out until next year. So I think they don't have a lot of like actual 2024
What
beasts.
they don't have is any CR past one. They only have
Right.
elephant right now.
Yeah, yeah, just
So
transform
I'm
into
good.
whatever you
I'm
want.
good.
Whatever you want, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, that's so weird because it's just showing 2014.
That's fine.
You're okay with that? Okay.
Man, solid persuasion. Hell yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was surprised
So
with the crit.
Vern and Urzak, you see off in the distance, from where you are at this point, maybe 100 feet away from you, down. Eric's body go from being really tight up and kind of stuck to totally free, and then he transforms into an eagle again. So he's good. The two of you, however, also need to make dex saves now and athletics checks.
Oh no.
God, that was so close to another one.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna spend an indomitable.
That
Vern, that just saves. That just
Oh,
saves.
did you update your indomitable ability or to new fighter?
Reroll with a plus 14 bonus.
Yep, that's what I told you.
So that's a 32. Sorry, that's for
Bitch.
18. It's a,
Hell yeah.
a 25.
Vern, sorry, Vern. With a 14, you do not need to make an athletics check because with that save, you avoided them. With a
Vern
32,
shows
I
off
guess
and
you
flexes.
also just you just save with your 32, Urzak. With the 32, the tendrils actually just turn around. They're like, no, never mind. I'm going back into the void. So sorry, I meant to wrap up somebody else. I mistook you for a different person.
Feel a little
so
offended.
all three of you, yeah, all three of you are good. You're about 120 feet. Well, Vern and Urzak, you're like 80, 90 feet down. Eric, you're about 120, 130 feet down from the bridge at this point. Teth, you and Brackle are on the other side of this thing. You are still down here. And this creature is advancing on you. So you guys are still like down here.
Yep. Just gonna stare him down with my trident.
Great. It is not really taking much of an aggressive stance. It's just not stopping. It is walking towards your position at a normal clip. So it will continuously move down towards you.
Is it fleshy?
Make a perception check.
Maybe it's like a void sea lifeguard, and it was just coming to save our friend.
Yeah, it's just like, hey,
I sense somebody has fallen into the void. Yeah, gotta go save him.
Oh, what the hell did I do? Oh, DF.
14 successes. You got all 14 of them.
Yeah. God damn it.
What are you doing? One
Not typing the
DF.
right keys. Yeah. I did one DF.
With a 21,
21.
it is definitely flesh based. You can tell that these barbs, whatever is on its hands, are made of some type of metal. But its arms and its face and its chest, like its abdomen that's exposed, it's definitely fleshy material. You could even tell that the armor itself probably isn't made of metal. It's more akin to a hide type of material. And its horns look more metallic than bone.
Okay. I'll just give myself stare him down and juice up my armor.
Great.
Start getting temp HP. Overcharging.
It will make it to this area by the time I assume you guys are all coming back up. Or are you just chilling down there? Or are you coming back up? Okay. It's just like, yes, this is so nice. Swimming around in the astral sea down there. Yeah, it looks beautiful down here.
So for the first
Urzak and Vern,
time,
you're about.
yeah, for the first time,
Go ahead, Eric.
a non-moon druid got to use message for an action and then a bonus action wild shape in the same turn. So yeah.
Urzak and Vern, you are about 20 feet away from the bridge. Eric, you're about 60 feet away from the bridge when this monster gets up to this point. It is not going to give any warning. It is just going to attack you, Teth.
Okay.
If you're just standing there, it has a 15-foot reach, and it's going to extend its claw out, or its barb, or whatever it is, and it's going to attack you.
Okay.
Attempt to attack you. For 26.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 20 piercing damage.
Okay.
Along with 6 acid damage. Sorry,
Okay.
that was a lie. 6 necrotic damage.
6 reduced to 3 because of aura.
Yep. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
Okay. I was hoping he would just like keep chasing us like a boulder through like a dungeon.
Too much for that long rest that I wanted.
You have to run for somebody to chase you. You just let him walk up to you and stab you.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping everybody else would be back by then, but what I was actually doing was waiting for Brackle to do something, but he didn't do anything. So I was like, thanks.
A second natural 20.
What's my initiative?
Oh, dude, I forgot I got these super fucking cool gauntlets from Vern.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I kind of passed them to Eric, and then you were like, "Oh," and sort of took them for yourself, right?
Actually,
Eric was like, I don't need these.
Oh, that's right.
These are silly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have 21 from Urzak. And 18 from Eric.
That's a +3.
Wait, an 18, or was that 18 or a 4? Eric.
I used inspiration to get 18.
Oh, hell yeah. That's good. 17 from Teth. And a 13 from Vern.
I mean, is there a feat that lets you take a paladin spell?
Uh,
I want
know.
I want compelled duel so bad. Only paladins get it.
yeah.
And 24 for this guy. All right, he's going to take another 2 swipes at you, Teth.
Okay.
25 and an 18.
25 hits.
Okay. That is a D8. 14 piercing and 1 reduced to 0 necrotic damage.
Got it.
And it is actually going to jump. It's going to jump past you, Teth, or over you, onto your side.
Nice.
Over to here. Actually, right here. Effectively blocking this exit. And as a bonus action, its eyes will change from red to yellow.
Aw,
And that's it.
happier.
Urzak, you are up next. You're about 20 feet under the bridge.
Great. Going to fly. That's what I want to do. Fly up and around. And get right behind Jabroni.
There we go.
And it's totally worth me casting cantrips now. So I'm going to spend my first attack casting Green Flame Blade.
There we go.
You'll see the icy blue flames wrap around Urzak's sword as he attempts to backstab this jabroni.
Right.
That's a 4. Fuck off. Oh, 16.
A 16 does not hit, unfortunately.
In that case, I have advantage on my next attack because I missed.
Hell yeah.
That was almost a natural 1. 19, there's a natural 20. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's a question. Does Green Flame Blade only apply to the... That's so weird now. Duration is instantaneous, so I imagine it's just the one attack it affects.
I would think so, yeah.
Because it's usually only been the one attack. But yeah, okay. So 2d10 plus. It's not a d10. I'm not two-handing the sword. I remember how to play D&D. 15 points force damage.
Nice.
And since I hit him with the longsword, he has disadvantage on his next attack. Against me, I believe. Where's Sap? Nope. Just its next attack roll. Its next attack roll is at disadvantage.
Nice.
And
Next up, go ahead. Keep going.
I have another attack.
Oh yeah.
And
Fighters.
with my last attack, I'm going to do something that isn't going to work because it never does. But I will use Enervating Breath and force him to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Let's see. 3. 18.
Also, I forgot he has to make it at disadvantage because I hit him with an attack this turn.
8.
Hey, it works. He is, if he is able to be, incapacitated until the beginning of my next turn.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
They changed some of the conditions too. I don't think it
They
matters
did.
much for this one.
He cannot take any
Yeah.
actions, bonus actions, or reactions. It breaks his concentration. He cannot speak.
Yeah. You see this creature kind of take a knee. He is incapacitated until Ursak's next turn.
I think that is it for my turn.
That brings us to Eric. We're at 60 feet below the bridge as an eagle.
I have 80 feet flying speed.
Okay.
I'll use it all to get as close to that creature as possible.
Okay. Yeah. If you fly straight up, you can. You'll land about 20 feet above the bridge, so you have full scope of where everybody is.
I just came back and I heard Urzak had incapacitated him.
He let
Sure
out
did.
a fearsome roar that has shaketh him to his bones.
All right.
I really just went up there and said, "Hey, quit that."
Stop walking towards us and jumping.
Smack him with the book.
So
Yeah.
I
Stop it
think
right now.
I think that while I'm wild shaped, I still have my racial trait of friend of the sea, so I could still talk to this dude. Does this guy have a swimming speed or anything? This guy looks different, doesn't he?
He does not. He does not have a swimming speed.
All right. But can he speak common?
That'd be wild, though.
Where I can tell him that, we this is needless. We're going back to our plane. We're going back to our home plane. Leave us be. So I want to just talk to him. And I can do the eagle voice if you want.
No, you don't need to. Although I did very much enjoy that last week. Yeah, I would assume that he would be able to hear you and understand you. He's not unconscious. Um, you.
Okay, so that's so weird. So the giant eagle.
Make a
But I have. Okay, never mind. I think that oversees that.
make a persuasion check.
Okay. Does the eagle have a better persuasion now?
I mean, he's going to roll a disadvantage for his insight, so at least you have that going for you.
Okay. There you go. There she is.
A 20. Okay. Yeah. He is you gather that he is probably pretty set in his job here. He attacked Teth without asking any questions or saying anything. But he will consider your plight going forward with a 19 persuasion.
Okay.
Solid persuasion rolls from Eric today. Anything else, Eric?
No.
All right, that's going to bring us to Teth.
5, 10, 15, 20. If I'm here, can I punch him that way? If I attack him from that spot? Or do I need to be here?
I would say to get him directly off of the side, you'd have to be directly opposite. So you'd need to be over here. From where you are, you'd be pushing him back into the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna use my 30 feet. I'm gonna go to that spot. I'm gonna use a Thunderous Smite. Charge it up as a bonus action. Make sure it's still a
Okay.
bonus action. Oh, they changed that. So they changed. I didn't realize they changed all the smites. It looks like. So before, some of them you had to cast before, right? Like you would, like Thunder Smite, I'd have to charge it up, and you'd be concentrating. It looks wow. That actually is crazy. So it now acts like the new Divine Smite, where you basically you take a bonus action immediately after hitting a target. So it still uses a
Okay.
bonus action, but it doesn't trigger until I hit. But I
Right.
don't have to focus on it anymore, which is fucking awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I only get one smite a turn though now, so suppose
Yeah.
that's the
Limited in that way.
Oh no, they nerfed paladins.
Oh no. They made everything else better except for smite on paladins. All right, I'm gonna attack him then with my trident.
Right. Go
Gonna
for
roll
it.
shit.
Yeah, that
Attack
does
him
not
again.
hit. It is at advantage though. He's incapacitated.
Oh, did
Right.
not. I don't think that's the case, but I will take it.
I mean, he can't move. Hold on.
I think it just says that he basically can't do anything.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Your reasoning makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I agree with that. Your reasoning makes sense. It doesn't say it,
And-
but I'll take it.
In that case, no disadvantage or no advantage.
Okay. Attack number 2. 25.
That'll hit. There you go.
Okay. And use a first level spell slot. He needs to make a strength save.
He can do that.
Yeah.
$16.
Oh, my
That's
DC's
not very
18.
good. Yep.
And he gets pushed 10 feet plus some damage. Plus, God, what's my modifier? 4, 5. So 17 damage.
He is teetering on the edge. Most of his body is still on, but he is close.
Nice. Well, unfortunately, that's bonus action movement. So I think the team gets the idea. Fucking Sparta kick this bitch off.
It's such a good
Yeah.
idea that I'm upset I didn't My other breath weapon is to push them 20 feet.
Thematically, this thing just Tess stares at the thing. The thing walks up to him, stabs him a couple times. Tess like, that's rude.
Stop it.
Jumps over his head.
How dare
and then
you?
He turns around and just channels that thundrous energy and just like a fucking baseball bat just hits him in the side and just blows
Home run
him out.
bat, yeah. Yeah. We're gonna move on to Vern. Vern Wellerby.
Fly my way back up. Sounded like I had much more to go, right?
20 feet of flying to get to the bridge. So you have 10 feet of movement that you can use. Action, bonus action.
Okay.
So you'd be like right here.
Yeah. Okay. So I will first see the big scary thing. At the edge. And I think I'm gonna try a bonus action first. Just because I just added this on my level up. But I have telekinesis, so my telekinetic shove. I can telekinetically shove one creature. I can see within 30 feet. Now they have to succeed on a strength saving throw though. That's a big dude, so I don't know. Or be moved 5 feet toward or away from me. So obviously away.
He just failed one strength save, so
he can roll.
It's possible,
like a 7 or lower, or whatever your DC is.
Yeah. So strength save for you, Vern, or from him for you.
Yeah, but it's a DC because it's based on my charisma. So it says DC
18.
plus 18. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're good.
He did not roll poorly this time, unfortunately. A 27 will save.
Okay.
Great idea, though.
Thanks.
I should picture Vern like perching back up onto the bridge and looking around and being like, oh, "Okay, we're pushing this guy off. Great."
Yeah. Trying. Let's see, everything else that pushes.
I mean, you can go up there and push him.
I don't have speed or def.
Movement.
Movement. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Just this giant thing teetering over, and then Burnt just like.
My mind didn't work. Maybe my muscles will.
Just do a quick flex.
Yeah.
Let's see. No. Unless could I? What if for creation? Could I like? I don't know.
The telekinetic shove, is that an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action. That's bonus action.
Okay.
It's under my bonus action.
Interesting.
Well, now, I don't know if do I have to access telekinetic. No, I don't think so. It's listed in our bonus section.
No.
Maybe. So how is he positioned on his edge? Like if I created a bunch of rock on his shoulder, would that tip him over the edge? Maybe. You think?
So I think that he
pretty firmly planted.
Yeah,
on that edge, right?
he's probably he's facing this direction. Like his back is towards the doorway. He's parallel with that back wall. And Teth would have pushed him in the same direction. So I suppose if you wanted to add some weight to his left arm, that wouldn't hurt.
No.
You just have a spell that's like evaporate floor. You just like make the floor underneath him disappear.
I wish I can make it. I was thinking earlier about making it like pretend like it was crumbling or something, but that was gonna be. I was trying to scare him away, and then he just advanced so quickly.
This is like that like once in a lifetime opportunity that Grease is good.
Right, Grease cast pass wall on the floor and just shunt him through.
Yeah.
Does Bow of the Arcane push anything?
I was thinking like transmute rock. Yeah.
It pushes spells out of the bow.
Do you have telekinesis? Something you have?
Yeah. That's what allowed me to use that bonus action telekinetic shove.
Yeah, the shove. Yeah.
You say that, I think there's
That's
a spell
the feat,
telekinesis.
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
the
actually a
sword feat.
spell too.
Oh yeah. So I don't get the spell. I just got. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I just got the feat.
Yeah, the
Which
feat
I-
is a bit different than the spell,
It lets you do it as a bonus action, which is pretty
which
cool.
is sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just go around shoving people, like in the market. You're just like, I don't like the guy that way. That guy looked at me. Huh.
God, yeah.
Right. Right.
Trip him.
Um. Let's see. Gust. I'm guessing he weighs more than 5 pounds, right?
A few more. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just above 5 pounds.
Like 800. Maybe
Bones
more.
like a bird, dude. Bones like a bird.
Yeah. He weighs 50 pounds because he's a bird.
Yeah.
Um.
Clearly a crab, obviously.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's
now
all
I do
exoskeleton.
so telekinetic also gives me mage hand. I just realized that. So there was another thing.
Oh, you get
Like
cantrip.
I now have that cantrip. Okay. Well. I mean, I could hit him with something. I kind of want to see. I mean, we're probably gonna keep pushing him over the edge, but there's something else I wanted to just see in terms of motivation. I'm going to, because again, I need a rest, so I'm just going to burn through a 3rd level spell, and I want to do major image, and I'm going to major image the orb that we just received, and I'm going to throw it and have it like not throw it, but make it look like I'm throwing it, but it's going to like arc through, and it's going to land on the other side of this chasm and make a clink 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 sound and kind of like roll heavy. Just to see if he just wants that back.
So over here.
Yeah, back where he came from.
Okay.
Did his pupils dilate at all? Looking at the orb.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
they did not.
Well, never mind.
Fantastic idea, though.
My turn's done.
It is going to be his turn next. So what does your incapacitated means that he can't?
He cannot take any actions, bonus action, reaction. He cannot. His concentration's broken. He can't speak. And if he were rolling initiative while incapacitated, it would be at disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm hearing that he can move. He is going to
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
run and jump back across the gap. He's going to jump back over here.
Did he go for the orb?
No. He got to the other side and turned back around towards you all.
Oh, okay. He's just
Without
stepping
speaking or
through
taking
the orb.
actions. Yeah. Maybe he steps on it just to be sure, like just for good measure. And he's like, I thought that was fake. I figured that was fake. But that'll be his turn because he can't do anything else. Urzak, it's back to you.
And I wanted to push him so bad.
We still can.
You got real close. You got real close with that. This place is all ledges, basically. Almost 100% ledges.
I'm gonna.
Just go through the portal behind you.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not. Is there a reason?
He's not blocking us.
Sealed or anything, right?
I mean, it's not blocked now. It was blocked by a giant crabby, but it's not now.
Yeah, Urzak will turn to everybody and just kind of shrug, like, "Should we leave?"
I'm good. He came over here. Fuck him.
Okay. Urzak will
I'm good.
He will. He's gonna go and secure the way forward. So he's gonna fly right on through.
It's a very courageous way of saying run away. He's going
Well,
to
I feel like he's always
Pirate way
secure the way
forward.
forward.
I feel like he's always like staying and waiting for everyone else to go first, but every once in a while, most of the time, there's danger in front of us too. So
That's true.
It's true. He is leading from the front most
There you
of the time. Yeah. Anything else, Urzok?
just flying through.
Great. On initiative count 20, which is now, there is going to be a lair action. I need a strength saving throw from both Teth and Vern, please.
I was waiting for the door to seal
What?
shut.
+5. +5 bird.
Oh, +5, good.
Yeah.
All right. 21 with the +5.
Nice.
Nice.
23.
And nice. Yeah, both of you save, so you are not going to be restrained. You are both going to be subject to an attack, however.
Uh-oh. A light attack? A very gentle attack?
This is the attack on Teth. This is the attack on Vern. So 24 for Teth with the natural 20, and an 8 towards Vern.
That sounds great. I'll happily take 8.
So Vern, it's going to miss you altogether.
Oh, it's for the attack, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. As for Teth, you are going to take 6 necrotic damage after the reduction, and your strength score is reduced by 3.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Has it been? Let me make sure it's the right thing. Has it been longer than 10 minutes for Aura of Life?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Because, oh no, that's just hit point maximums. Did that change? Maybe. Okay. Just double checking. All right, you said reduced by 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did, that, it actually, I don't know if that, how would that work? Because my artifact item just makes my strength always 18.
It's gonna override that.
Okay. So, got it.
Yeah, because that boosts it to 18 if it's not 18 already. But
Yeah.
if it's 18, it doesn't give you any other
Yeah, but if it's low,
benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's lower, then it goes to 18.
Right. Yeah, it's just like the gauntlets of ogre power or whatever.
Yeah.
Your strength is increased because of that, but it can still be decreased.
Okay. Got it.
And that is it for the lair action. Eric, we're up to you.
These are, sorry, are these the tentacles, or what are these guys next to Teth and Vern?
Oh yeah, maybe I'll describe these. These vaguely resemble skeletons in the head and body, but they are wreathed in shadow, and they have long, kind of winding arms and hands. They look like their main purpose is to grab and restrain, but you would have just witnessed 2 kind of swipe attacks at Teth and Vern.
Okay. Eric would move over and fly down to this shadow creature and attack with
Okay.
beak and talon.
Okay.
So yeah.
18 will definitely hit. Yes.
Okay.
Nice. Is that
And
piercing?
then beak is piercing, correct? Yeah.
Okay.
I have a primal strike feature, and I'm gonna add a D8 of cold damage.
Okay. Love that.
What's the primal strike? Where's that? Extra 2d8.
Extra 2d8. That's sick. Is that a new druid feature? Yeah, that's a druid 2024 druid feature, right?
Elemental Fury.
Yeah.
I think it's like level 7. And then there's an improved one later, which gives
Mhm.
me a cantrip. Or sorry. No, it just says my extra damage increases to 2d8.
2d8, yeah.
And then, yeah. So it's level 16, it says. Maybe not, maybe not. So, why can't I roll a second d8? So, sorry. This is going to be the. Oh, I hate it.
That's all right. That's all right.
Cold damage. It can be cold
Cold
lightning,
damage.
or thunder. No, sorry, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd stick with cold. Yeah.
With cold. Okay.
Wait. My robes, right?
Right.
If I'm. Oh, I have resistance to lightning damage, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll stick with it.
Eric, as a reaction, the shadow is going to turn to you, and I need a strength saving throw from you as well, please.
I'm close enough to Teth for.
+5. Yep.
Okay.
Oh shit! I forgot you were a giant eagle.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. A 27 is more than enough. You are not restrained, nor do you take any damage. Anything else, Eric?
Mm. No. Wait,
Okay.
what did I say?
You sound super confident with that.
What is? Oh, talons. I never did the talons attack. Yeah.
Roll it.
Let's go.
That will just hit. Yeah.
Nice.
Roll damage. Dang. Okay. Yeah, the wisps that are making up the kind of the cloak around this dark skeleton, all but vanish. It is still standing. It is a fraction of its former self, though.
Alrighty. And I could only add primal strike once, so just as
Okay.
it is. That's my turn.
Great. That brings us to Teth.
Teth is going to look at these 3 gross things. No, check the range. Yep, less than 60 feet.
Going night night. Are you eating chips?
Chips.
Doritos. Nice. All right. Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody. I put this down. Bye.
Good night, Archer.
Good night.
Oh, you should get bye.
Oh.
Say bye bye.
Bye. I wish.
They're waving to you, buddy. Do you see
Wave.
wave?
Yeah,
Wave
they're
back?
waving. Wave back to them.
Bye-bye.
Wave bye-bye.
All right, let's
All right.
get going. Let's go find.
I love you very much. Have a hug. Thank you. Thank you. Are you about to go night night
He
with?
said, "Oh, I need to go hug my best friend. Good night."
Of course. Of course. We love best friend hugs. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna go night night with Pig and Mouse?
Do I have pajamas on?
You do have pajamas on, yeah.
They're already on your body, dude. You're 10 steps ahead. All right, go with Mama.
Let's go find mouse and pig.
I don't know. Those
Have
are
a good night, buddy.
pretty fancy pajamas. Hard to tell.
Can we carry you?
The
Don't
pajama
forget that you
pants.
want- You want a new spoon, Archer. Don't forget it while you sleep.
I know. And he won't either. He doesn't forget anything. The other day we have like one of those like push rockets, like the manual ones that you just like push it and it shoots the foam
Okay.
rocket up in the air.
Yeah.
And we were playing with it the other day and it got stuck in a tree. And this dumbass was like, I need something to throw at this rocket to get it out of the tree. And so the closest thing to us was one of his soccer balls. So I threw it up and just
Oh no.
missed it. Like nothing, just total whiff past this tree into the tree line next to our yard. And he's like, "Where did my soccer ball go?" And I was like, "Oh, buddy, I lost it for you." And that was a week ago. He has brought it up every single day
Oh my god.
since it happened. And not even like accusatory, which makes me feel worse because he's like, "Papa, where's my soccer ball?" I'm like,
innocently,
"God, dude, fuck. It's my fault. It's missing forever because of me."
Where's my
Remember when you
favorite soccer
sacrificed
ball
that to
I
save the
pushed?
rocket?
Yeah, he lays it on thick like that too sometimes. If he's missing something, he's like, I really, really miss it. I really wish I had my soccer ball. God damn it, dude. All right, Teth. You were asking about ranges.
Yep, I was just checking big boys within 30 feet.
Yeah, just barely, I think.
Teth will
Right.
coalesce. Yeah, he was like 50, 55.
45. Yeah.
Teth will coalesce a bunch of golden energy into his orb in his chest, and then it'll shoot out in beams to the three people. Well, the three baddies, the two gross skeletons and big boy. And he'll just say, halt. They all need to make a wisdom 18 save.
Well, those aren't going to work. So they will both fail. And big boy will also fail.
All right, I'll read halt on command. On its turn, the target doesn't move and takes no action or bonus action.
Okay.
Teth will look at these guys or his teammates and just be like, "Go quick."
Hmm.
And he's just gonna go do. See if they, these things are
All right.
completely free.
So
has
I'm
reaction.
gonna. It has a reaction. Yeah, I'm gonna argue semantics here. On its next turn, it has to not do anything, right?
Correct. It can still take a reaction.
All right. So Shadow number 1 by Eric already used its reaction, so it will not be able to do anything. This one, however, is going to try and take one last swipe at you.
Okay.
And it will not do anything. It used its reaction to the best of its ability, but it was halted. So yeah, you can start exiting, Teth.
Okay. I'll
I suppose Brackle will follow you too.
before I throw Brackle in the portal, since he's frozen with fear, I'll pop healing on my prayer bead as a bonus action, and then jump through the portal. Meow.
Okay.
What's this?
That brings us to who's after that? Vern.
Well, obviously I'm gonna go to that portal, and these guys don't have reactions anymore, so that's good.
They do not.
Can I make it to the portal? Is this entering the? Wait, no. Maybe I can't. I'll have to dash over there, I think.
You can dash through. Yeah.
Okay. But first, before I do that, I want to use my bonus action. I want to try to just
Okay.
push this little guy next to me off the ledge.
Perfect. I'm sure it will
Yeah,
fail.
Ah!
What is it? Wisdom
Strength.
or strength?
Uh, DC 18.
Yeah. It's off. Whisked
like
away
the- It's like
into the winds of space.
funniest bonus action that you can have. Is
It's
just
so
the top
good.
10
What a
yeah. It's funny because it
you
usually
you can
never
technically
comes.
pull it too, right? It's just
Right,
10
you can bring
feet
it
in a
5
direction
feet.
of your
No,
choice.
I think it's 5 feet.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
not 10.
Yeah.
either
Well,
way.
5
The
feet,
utility is
great.
great for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then dashing back into the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The shadows turn is up next. They are not doing anything because they are locked down. And the horned creature is after that at the top of the round. It can't do anything either. However, before Eric gets a chance to go, it is
Layer action.
it is the lair action. Eric, I need you to make 2 strength saves, please.
Oh no. Oh boy.
That
The first two.
the first 2. Okay. The 6th is going to fail. 13 just succeeds.
Still have
so
an
that's
archer
nice.
archer 15, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for leaving me, Tiff. Maybe no, I'm just kidding. The 11 wouldn't have worked either. I do have inspiration. I have, depending on
Yeah.
what the effect is, advantage. But I don't know if that means that my strength save needs to be through the giant eagle or through Eric, because Eric would have, because I think the bonuses is what it's talking about. I should just have against being charmed. But some of these are items, so against being charmed, against spells, magical effects, against becoming restrained.
Well, the items fused with your druid, right?
It would be a magical effect, yeah.
Be a magical effect, but
Hmm?
can't remember. I think that's through my robes, which I wouldn't have, so that wouldn't be part of it.
They still all apply. They would still all apply.
Wow. Okay, let's do that. 15 is my second.
Your soft skills and your abilities don't change.
Okay, so that third roll there is that
Okay.
is that it, or do you want me to reroll?
Yep, that saves. 13 and 15 both save. The 6th would be a fail. So you are not grappled. You're not restrained. You are, however, going to weather 2 hits from 2 additional shadows. Hit number 1. Hit number 2. Does a 23 hit?
It hits the giant eagle for sure. 13 armor class.
You're going to take 11 points of necrotic damage. And your strength is reduced by 3. I'm going to say, Eric, that is the only thing that I'm going to carry over into your true form. 3 off of your strength.
Said 3. Okay.
Yep. So take it off of the giant eagle for now, and then whenever you change back, that will also apply, because that's a lasting effect. So I'm going to keep that.
Damn. Okay.
Yep. Now it is your turn. Does a giant eagle have flyby? I know owls do.
It does
And
not,
hawks do.
It does not say flyby.
Okay.
No, but I mean, if he's so fast, he could probably just disengage and then move, right?
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
flyby does. That's what the flyby
Yeah.
feature does.
but it like skips the disengage action. So I'll take the action to disengage and then fly through the.
Okay.
Does that work? Okay.
For you.
That works for me. Yep. Yeah. You are back plunged into darkness. You can no longer hear anything that was going on, any of the commotion. We can exit turn order for now. You don't hear any of the commotion from back on the bridge. I didn't write down the mechanic of how this worked last time, and I'm so mad. The orb is, at least I don't think I did. The orb is going to start burning you again, Eric. Now that you've entered the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the damage, like whenever it was damaging us.
Yeah.
It was.
Was it a con save? I'm pretty sure I had you save Constitution.
That sounds right. I think it was Constitution.
Yeah. Eric, make a con save for me, please.
Is there advantage for magical effects?
I'm going to override that because this is a legendary object. It's like a mythic object. So normally, yes. This is too strong for you to have that resistance.
I'm assuming that Eric is not like right behind us, like in this space.
I don't know. Did you wait for him?
Well,
Did you wait for him to enter?
I
I'm
imagine
just
that
on the other side.
the people. Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine the people going through are waiting on the other side just to make sure everybody gets through.
Yeah.
But the reason I ask is because if we're moving in a group, you would have an aura potentially if we were together.
Yeah, you would have that +5, which actually would push you over succeeding Eric. That was a 23, a DC 23.
Whoa.
You are going to take some necrotic damage, though.
You also have resistance to necrotic from my aura now.
I can't remember what it was. My constitution used to be higher. I think I had resilient constitution, but maybe it was only. But I have that on my character sheet now. Yeah, it used to be like +11 or +12 or something. Maybe with
I don't know.
contact armor.
Maybe. Well, that wouldn't have boosted con. That would have given you a bonus to your dexterity.
It says
we'll
while
figure
I'm
it
wearing
out,
it, granted +2 to all strength and constitution saving throws. So that was on there.
Oh, saving throw. Yeah, I was thinking ability
Contact
scores.
armor.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that was
Worth it for the trade up for wisdom score, though, I suppose.
because there was all I remember was the golden basin from Coralon, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, you need to attune to it with a con saving throw. The DC's 12, and if you fail this, you're like you have like a week left to live or something like that, right?
Something wild, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, sure, I have a +11, so I can't fail.
Right.
So
With 21 total damage, you are going to take 5, Eric. Halved from the save, and then halved again from Teth's aura. So you're just going to take 5 necrotic damage. That is going to apply every 6 seconds, moving through the shadow. So you're going to take 5 necrotic damage every 6 seconds you're in here.
okay.
Solid save, because that would have been way worse had you not.
Definitely.
I feel like I'm targeting you today, Eric, and I promise I'm not. I promise you are not the only one I'm trying to kill here.
I feel like I'm equipped now with so much resistance or things that
yeah.
How
I'm withstanding it.
do we have an idea of how long it'll be in this space to travel through this section?
You have no idea. Nope.
Okay.
It is relatively unquantifiable, unlike the other stretch where you could kind of see the other door and move through it sort of normally. This, you don't see anything before you. You know that you kind of had some sort of descent from the original veil here. So you're just walking out into whatever.
Okay. Well, you have healing spells, right, Brad? You start getting fucked up.
Yeah. I also want to teleport, but I don't know.
I don't know if that would work. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that would work. But, well, I don't know.
You have to be in the
that's
same plane.
Yeah, that'd be the
I'm
same plane.
pretty sure.
You could still teleport within the
It's
same
the-
plane theoretically, but I also don't know how it works because this is a God's domain.
Theory sucks.
So
I said ethereal plane, and my phone thought I said Siri play or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I also don't know when we technically entered the ethereal plane. If it was like if the gate in was it. If so, we kind of like fell immediately, right?
Mhm.
also,
So
are there any tuning forks? Is there a passive perception?
what?
Explain your question. What?
Well, Eric has planar shift if he wants to prepare it, and he's always on the lookout for tuning forks.
oh yeah, you have to make
from
a.
another plane.
All right, Vern, you want to hop in the shop
I
there?
would say
Metal tuning
there are
fork.
no tuning forks just laying around in the Temple of Cassis.
No problem.
Unfortunately.
You could probably get something here and then make a tuning fork, in theory, but that doesn't help you now.
Ooh, Vern. Can you do
Creation.
that in your workshop?
Oh, I mean, I always have my workshop.
It's the
Do you
entire
wanna-
time.
Do you want to
Just
be able
burning.
to like teleport the whole party to the ethereal plane on command in the future?
Do I want to be able to?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that responsibility.
All I need is a material component for the spell, which is a tuning fork tuned to the plane that it's from. So if
Okay.
we could make a fork from materials here in the plane, then I'm assuming we can tune it to the plane.
Is this true?
Also, I guess.
Well, you need a tuning fork to go to the material plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vern would have to go back, tune a fork, and then come back, which
Oh.
is
No, that-
feasible.
That's not. I mean, once we get back to the material plane, we can have a fork. But I'm just saying, while we're here, if we ever want to return,
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, can I grab some like debris? Oh, I guess it's too late.
I would allow you a perception check at disadvantage to scrounge through the darkness.
Just pop back through and say hi to the guys and
no, not gonna do that.
grab some
Hey, just
rubble.
grabbing some rubble.
Grab one of the skeletons and just condense it into a tuning fork.
Yeah. Dive off the edge and grab
Well,
the one that you shoved off.
I won't bother rolling the other one because that first one was bad enough.
It is so dark. Even if you felt something that you thought might be able to be made into a tuning fork, you have no idea if it is anywhere close to the right material. With a 3, you are not successful.
That's fair.
Well, you don't. It doesn't need to be made of the plane. It just has to be tuned.
Oh, to the plane.
Right.
So
But
how does
the
that
plane.
work?
for a tuning fork, though, it needs to be of a resonant substance. I'm not going to let you make a tuning fork out of like mud
They're like,
or
they're
rock.
like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, ethereal plane is E sharp, right? Like,
But I'm assuming he has materials to make stuff in his workshop.
That's true. Yeah, I suppose you could fashion a tuning fork.
Yeah,
You
I'll
just
try
need
it. I have metal.
yeah. I forgot to ask this before. How close to 0 hit points are you all?
Too close.
It's a weird way of
that's
asking
a
that
fun
question.
way. That's a fun way to ask that question. Yeah.
least 100.
87 if I took 1 second of necrotic. from
Is
the orb.
anybody under 20 hit points?
Oh,
No. So that should be
Okay.
good.
I feel like I
Then-
should have cast Aura of Vitality now.
All fine then. All normal.
Hey, Vern, how do you feel?
I feel like I have more than 20 hit points.
Feel pretty battered, but
Okay.
excited
Feel
that
like,
we're
but I'm still
getting
above
out.
20.
Yeah.
Well, I was already thinking about doing it anyways, because I figured why not use all my spell slots because I can't smite anymore. I will basically split Aura Vitality while we're walking through this space here. We can do it as we walk if we need to, because it looks like this is kind of a navigation thing. But that's the intent when we start moving.
Okay. Great. Vern, are you entering your workshop?
I am.
Okay. With that action, that'll be another round past. Eric, you can take another 5 necrotic damage.
I said, are you just gonna like drop this thing for now, or holding on to it for your dear life?
Workshop. Make an intelligence check, and you have proficiency with that with your Tinker's tools.
Okay.
Eric reflects on Urzak's words. And
I
pulls
learned
out-
Urzak's words. Those are Donovan's words.
and pulls- yeah.
Hey, Brad, it's me, Donovan. Drop that orb, dude.
Even better, like, hey, Eric, it's me, Donovan.
Yeah.
So I have a orb. Did you ever describe the size of these?
Think like a softball.
Ball?
Yeah. Somewhere between a softball and a bowling ball. Easy to hold in your hands. It's not overly cumbersome.
So it's like a Earth Dragon Ball or like a Namek Dragon Ball.
Earth Dragon Ball.
Oh, so they're pretty cute. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. If you think of like what normally would come to mind, like a crystal ball, like a divination crystal
Yeah,
ball.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what it would look like.
Okay.
Concise.
Okay. Is this flub, which is a deception container club, the lookalike club,
Mm-hmm.
with like a secret compartment? Is it 1, durable, and 2, able to house a softball?
I would say the orb is too big because the club has to hold something straight in shape that is smaller than the club.
Yeah.
So I would say no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, good idea though.
Okay.
And then those intelligence rolls, would that just be the first one, Vern? The 11 plus your proficiency?
Well, they're both garbage. So I'm guessing that I get to my workstation and I'm barely understanding the whole like tuning fork project.
Well, you have proficiency though, so it's plus 4.
Right. Oh.
Not advantage.
Oh.
So it'd be a 15, which is high enough. You can you take your time, and you can create a nice makeshift tuning fork. It doesn't look good. It is a little bit quiet, maybe, because it's not very long. You rushed through it a little bit, but it's serviceable. It will work.
Nice. With the extra metal, I make a little spoon for Archer, and then I leave the tuning spoon. I come back and I carefully, because I don't want to. I don't quite understand about how we're gonna tune it or anything. So I'm just gonna, without vibrating it, I'm gonna pass it off to Eric.
Nice.
One tuning spoon, fork, tuning fork.
Ah,
You know,
Always
we,
happens.
Damn it! I'll be right back.
Stupid. Knew I
I
messed
think
it up.
we could have
Accidentally
done
made
a
a
spork.
spoon.
We could have made a spork, and actually, it would work for both situations.
Is that
Spork
the
is pro-
loophole? You make a tuning spork and it transports to any plane? It's just the
Ooh,
universal
hilarious.
transporter.
But
It's an
Vern,
incredibly high DC, but it's very effective if you can make it.
is Vern's upbringing like something where he's an inventor, but like,
Mhm.
do they even have sporks that are golden? Like,
I mean, the Willoughbys
I-
are super rich. I bet they
yeah.
have sporks. I
Imagine
bet
like
they have every type of utensil.
like my plate setting. Now just imagine
would've
like
figured,
8 different
yeah.
kinds of forks, just with various prongs and twisty patterns and all that for different fruits and meats, depending on what I'm eating.
There's like
We love that.
helix shaped fruit. Like what? Yeah, so Eric's still trying to he's got the 2 tasks, right? So he's trying to set the orb down to not just keep burning himself. So he looks at his golden basin from a former god of the Presidium, Coralon. And he looks to place the orb inside to rest.
Okay. Yeah. I would say that with that item in particular, you could carry the orb as long as you're holding it in the basin. So your hands are now occupied.
Yeah.
So you're not being burned, but you have nothing else equipped.
I'm coming out of wild shape. I'm gonna do that.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yep.
This
You
time.
would need to do that for sure.
And
Yeah, that works for
lastly,
me.
taking the fork from Vern, and using, my Arcana, or these artifacts, and even, placing the tuning fork in a way to have it resonate when I strike it with, just like a small metal. I have like a mortar and pestle, so I'll probably just grab like my whichever one of those is not the bull, whichever one. I don't know what word means which, but yeah. And I'll say one, and then you guys are like, he's an idiot. He doesn't know. And then,
Actually,
does anyone know?
you're shaking my confidence now.
Mortar's the grinder thing. Pestle,
That's
think,
what
is
I
the
thought.
bowl.
That's
Yeah.
what I was. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll take the mortar, and I'll strike the fork aimed at the orb of Cassis. And assuming the orb of Cassis, from my Eric's understanding of Arcana, is that it carries, properties of the ethereal plane. And sitting inside the basin, there'd be surely a hollow kind of cave effect of all kinds of reverberation. Make this
Yeah.
fork tuned to this plane.
Great.
Sing
You
a night.
have a tuning fork that can send you to the plane ethereal. Interesting. As you walk through, I'd like a D100 roll from all 4 of you, please.
What was everybody's hit points again?
I'm at
We got
130.
82.
30.
Oh god, you look like shit, Vern.
Whoa, Vern.
From what I can sense, I can't see you very well, but I feel like you look like garbage.
Yeah, I just look really, really rough. I'm
Ooh.
exhausted. I had to make a tuning fork just now. It's
Wow,
like, here,
Roll like
Vern,
garbage.
here's some healing. It's like, no, Vern, make us a tuning fork.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I have to kind of plan out like the aura vitality, so that's why I was asking.
Don't worry
Vern-
about that. When I see Vern is so I guess don't see is not the right word either right now, but
For the first time, Trent rolled the highest out of the entire party.
Never again. Almost nice.
Yeah. Feels
Vern's
pretty
gonna get a
good.
nice 6th level heal.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
That's fat.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
You ain't gotta
Yeah.
fight me to.
Whoa, 70?
Yeah,
Oh, and you
bro.
gave me
Yep.
some easy math to do too. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to 100.
What's your max?
100.
107.
Oh, okay. Vern gets 1. Eric gets 5. No, D6.
That's what they are. 5d6s.
He'll get 6, and then Tep will do 3 on himself. So yeah, 2d6. 2d6 for Vern, 10d6 for Eric, then 6d6 for Teth. That should get us pretty even. And I'll use that spell slot.
So good and bad. Okay. Ended up average. Or
All right.
yeah. Just about.
It's good that you all did that.
Yeah.
Out of a total of 400, you rolled 172. The highest roll being a 68, the lowest roll being a 6.
Mm-hmm.
You all now feel yourselves being pulled forward. You're not experiencing any damage. You're just starting to feel a slight tug forward. You all kind of lurch forward a second, and you're being pulled to walk a little bit faster in that same direction you were already going. Also, the last time you were in this space, I suppose both shadowy spaces, no sound and no light, other than just the openings in the distance. Once it starts pulling you forward, once you feel that pressure, you hear a very faint, even, high-pitched ring, like your ears are ringing. And all of you hear it. You can confirm with each other. It's just a high-pitched, siren-like ring. Very, very quiet, but it's there.
Mm,
Shall we keep moving?
yeah. My head doesn't feel so good in this space.
Eric, sorry, not Aaron. If you're listening, Aaron, sorry. Eric questions the tuning fork and the ringing, probably knowing that it's not the tuning fork.
Yeah, with a quick inspection, you can tell that it's not the tuning fork.
I just want to look at Vern's ears to make sure his ears aren't bleeding.
Make a perception check at disadvantage. See if you can see through the darkness.
They were.
I have blind sight.
I will negate the disadvantage. Make a straight perception check.
That's a +1. That's another natural 20 today. Jesus.
There we go.
Nice.
Urzak, you would notice even. What do you have? 10 feet? 15 feet?
10
Blind
feet,
sight?
yeah.
10 feet. 10 feet. It feels more like 5. You really can only see what's right in front of your face with your blind sight here. Like we said last week, it is decidedly a very strong magical darkness. But if you get right up onto Vern, you can see that his ears are not bleeding, but they are incredibly red. If you looked at Eric's ears, his ears are affected in the same way. Teth obviously does not have ears. But if you feel your own ears as well, Urzak, they feel warm, which is an odd sensation for you as a silver dragonborn.
I don't think there's a way for there to visibly be an answer to this, but would being immune to being deafened affect that at all? Or is that something that Urzak would even be able
No.
to tell?
No. An immunity to the deafened condition would not stop this feature.
Okay. Just made me think
Because
about
you're not losing your hearing. You're just hearing a sound.
Okay. My statement stands. Shall we?
Yeah, I didn't think we ever stopped. I think we're still walking along, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
assuming that you were kind of in motion.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Go
just
ahead,
like conjure a little frostbite around my ears, try and cool myself down a little bit.
Perfect. Yeah, that probably feels a little bit more comfortable for you. You still hear the ringing, but maybe it's a band-aid over the wound for right now. Continuing onward, I don't know why I put you right on the edge there.
Does dark
It's hard to
vision help?
select.
Does that make sense? Does dark vision help?
How much dark vision do you have?
Well, I was thinking about putting it on activating my armor, which is 60 foot. 60 foot dark vision for an hour.
You would be able to see maybe 15 feet, maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
With a 60-foot range.
So it's choked.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, so Vern and I have dark vision, I think.
Yep. So you'd be able to see a solid 15, 20 foot radius around you. And even then, it's incredibly dim. Dark vision is explained as seeing things in shades of gray. You don't see any light shades. It's all just the bottom of the gradient. Dark gray to black is really all that you can make out. So it's vague shapes. You can tell like when you're close to a wall or if you're approaching kind of a larger object. But again, the floor here is relatively smooth, almost glass or marble like. So there isn't that much around you to even see. It's very like sensory deprivation tank-y, right? You're just in this space that everything looks kind of the same. Urzak is the only one that would have kind of a different perception of it with blind sight, but that is way more restricted than the three of you. So you can generally understand where you're going, but not very well. As you move into this space, the pull gets stronger. And you feel yourselves like if you've ever been on a treadmill and like you accidentally set the speed just a little bit too high for what you're comfortable with, and you're like, oh wow, you have to start.
No.
Yeah, you have to start jogging before you can.
I don't
like,
know the
get it
feeling.
back.
Actually, I'm that fast.
I'm actually the peak of the human condition, so I don't understand what too fast means.
No treadmills ever. No, just kidding.
No treadmills ever bested this body. As you walk, the further you go, you are starting to be forced to move uncomfortably fast for a walking pace. Obviously, all of you have been in combat and you've run in combat and dashed, so you know how that feels. You can move faster than this. It is just too fast for a standard walking pace. So it is as if you are being pulled into wherever you're walking. The volume of the ringing also increases. So if we were at like 2 decibels, we're now at 5. It's a very small incremental increase, still noticeable enough that all of you would kind of take heed of that. Urzak, I assume you are in front, or are
Sure.
you still leading? Give me a survival check, please.
Give me all those wisdom based rolls. God damn, dude.
Only wisdom. Hey, not bad. It's not bad.
Rolling good though.
Yeah, Urzak, your blind sight is paying off here, because even though the others have a better general idea of what's around you, you are seeing more specifics, albeit a little bit late, because it's not until you're right upon the things that you need to be seeing that you notice it. But you do start noticing there is more debris on the ground. The floor below you feels more like earth, less like glass. And as you go, you are able to just barely stop the party, and because the pull is not strong enough just yet, so you can't stop. It's probably just at that limit, but you are able to stop the party just before you step on what looks to be maybe a human or elf or maybe tiefling, like a femur, a leg bone.
I'll kind of put my arm out to kind of usher everyone to stop as good as we can, and then I'll stop as well. I will approach slowly until I feel something that's discomforting.
Well, in order to see it, you have to be within 5 feet of it. So, how close within that proximity are you getting to this?
I'm basically going to like reach out to it, but I'm expecting to hit a threshold that hurts. I'm just like very cautiously kind of reaching my hand out.
Sure.
It's a thing that eats people, because there's like we found bones.
Found a bone.
Bones at our feet right now.
Yep. As you get closer, your vision kind of shifts up the bone. It is still connected to the rest of the leg up into the hip. All bone. There is no creature, no flesh on the bone. But as you kind of move around to it and start scanning up the body, several ribs are gone. There are no like clavicles or shoulder pieces, but the spine is still mostly intact. It is certainly with a 19. You peg this as a human skeleton. When you're right on top of it, when you're close enough to kind of inspect the whole thing, it is missing the skull. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please, Urzak.
Is this an effect that is
+5.
affecting only me?
It is an effect that is only targeting you.
Hell yeah.
23.
Nice. That will just save. The skeleton is going to. It doesn't seem like it's alive. It just seems like it's animated. What's left of the arm bones and the hand bones, kind of like the digits, will lunge up at you and attempt to grab your shoulder. but it's missing a bunch of pieces, and it doesn't quite make that connection. It does grab towards you, but you're able to kind of step out of the way. And it falls back down onto the ground, motionless. It only tries it once. But it was close to getting a hold of you.
Okay, I'll back up a little bit and say, I'll kind of point at it, see if other people can see it, or try to get them to see it. Say, let's avoid the bones.
For the other three of you, if Urzak hadn't described it as a skeleton, you all could tell that something is there. I don't know if you would be able to distinguish the bones from other debris, like rock or debris. But with his help, once he describes it as a skeleton, you can kind of make out the different pieces, and you can see it as well.
I'm gonna drop fly because I don't think it matters in this area. Can I cast dancing lights to see if it helps us at all?
Yes. Above table, none of them are going to light up.
Okay.
I will. I'll let you make an Arcana check to. I'm going to set it as at a DC 20. If you hit a 20 Arcana, you can make one of them light up a little bit to give like 5 foot radius of light. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Urzak puts out 4 of his lights. 3 of them are immediately snuffed out. One of them holds out just a little bit, and you have a 5 foot radius around this light, a very dim light, like incredibly dim, but it is something, and you can all kind of travel under this radius if you'd like. It will illuminate the skeleton much more for the other 3 of you that couldn't see it.
Yeah, guess we're gonna push on, giving the skeleton a birth.
Did the skeleton seem? You said it didn't seem like it was. Obviously, it wasn't alive. It's a skeleton, but you said it seemed animated.
It seemed, yeah. I think with Urzak's intelligence level, he would know that it was not a creature of its own right. It was just animated.
Yeah. So it wasn't undeath. It was just being manipulated.
Correct. Enchantment more than necromancy. Yes.
Has anybody tried detect magic in these halls?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, we only did it back in the temple
Yeah, it's
area,
like in one of the
right?
main rooms. Yeah. I'll see if it helps me determine if there's stuff ahead of us being
Doesn't
manipulated.
Ooh, like I know this is when I'm gone for a session. You guys like can use a spell slot. But like doesn't Brackle have like detect magic at will or something? Rather than us doing ritual cast.
I think he might have identify. Let me look.
Oh, it's identify. Yeah, I think you're right.
I know he has identify, but let me look just in case, because he does have another spell that he has like limited casting that does not take a spell slot.
Is it legend lore?
So he put on it might be legend lore actually.
I feel like it's legend lore.
I mean, he has
It
that from an
might be.
item, right?
Yeah.
But he had an item.
So I can also ritual cast, but
I was just doing it a quick pop, like not. I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna sit here for 10 minutes and wait for me to draw a circle
Right.
on the floor.
Mhm.
He has identify, animal friendship, comprehend languages, and illusory script at will. He also has glyph of warding at will and legend lore. Yeah. He does have detect magic, but it is charged from an item, and he already used it.
I'll use a spell. And see if it helps.
Hilarious.
Mm.
The whole place just lights up for you, Teth. Obviously, this doesn't help you identify how to traverse through this place, because it is very abstract as far as the weaving of colors and shapes and things like that. It is, maybe to your surprise, maybe not, considering the god here, overwhelming abjuration magic. Almost complete coverage. Abjuration magic, this entire place. There are flavorings of transmutation, flavorings of enchantment. If you look down at the skeleton, that is a large bit of enchantment magic, and you can see pockets of that same type of texture on the ground, kind of surrounding your area. So you might assume that there are other beings that are being enchanted the same way that that skeleton was.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's pretty much a blanket abjuration area, which makes sense because right when you entered, you didn't have to eat. Well, you never have to do this, but the party on a whole didn't have to eat, didn't have to breathe, didn't have to sleep, didn't have to drink, and couldn't be frightened in this area. So it is a universal, like, comfort blanket, essentially. Comfort blanket of darkness.
So the intent with the detect magic is going to be he's going to try and because Urzok's kind of taking the lead, but he's going to try and keep an eye out and look for any fluctuations or anything that, like, he had identified. Okay, hey, the skeleton's an enchantment. It has been enchanted. Okay, I'll try and call out because I think it's 30 feet. Whatever the radius is, 30-foot sphere. Try and basically do call outs, or if something all of a sudden there's just a burst of evocation or something like that, right? As an example.
Sure.
Eric
Basically, spot person.
Eric places
And
the
that
basin at his feet
is-
and gives Teth guidance.
I have guidance now. I have bad news for you though, Eric. You have to call out what specifically you're guiding me in. They changed guidance.
What? Perception.
Okay. I have
Maybe-
so much fucking perception now.
How about Arcana? No, let me do Arcana. Do I actually do?
I
That'd be a good guess.
Choose a skill until the spell ends. Oh. All right. So
Yeah.
for a minute, Arcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
D4.
Yeah. And then detect magic stays up for, is it 10 minutes? Is that a 10-minute or an hour?
Let me make
10
sure it
minutes.
hasn't
10 minutes.
changed. 10 minutes. Yep.
Great. As you keep moving, you move past the skeleton. That is all fine and good. You keep moving. It feels at this point now you are deep enough in this area that it, mechanically speaking, every round, every 6 seconds, you are going to be pulled a little bit more. The strength of the pull is going to be a little bit more. So you are about 30 seconds away from having to make saves to resist the pull. So you keep moving, avoiding the enchantment patches here and there, successfully with Teth's guidance, until the next big thing. You another half a minute, about 30 seconds. I need a strength save from all 4 of you to not be physically pulled forward.
So
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
Plus
God
5.
damn.
Yep. Plus 5.
Fucking, I think this is the highest session I've seen you roll,
Is
Trent.
this
Yeah.
advantage? Oh, I may not need it, but is this advantage? Magical effects or spell?
Damn.
Yes, I would say this is a magical effect. You
Wait.
don't need advantage this time, though.
Trent rolled better than me
Good.
with a +0 than I did with a
That's why.
+15.
I was like, ooh, 18 might be on the cusp, and then I
Yeah.
saw 0.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 with Teth standing next to me.
There you go. Positive.
No, I'm just kidding.
I did not know Eric was that weak.
Well, and
Very
even
weak.
worse.
Very
even
weak.
worse because of just the sapping thing that just happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
same.
Yeah.
Yep. Same.
Oh yeah. So you are at.
Negative.
Well, he's
What are
always
you,
at a
7?
negative.
What are you,
I
7?
applied it. Yeah, so now I have
Oh, you already
Oh,
applied
you did
it.
apply. You did. Okay.
4
okay.
strength.
We're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
same.
I'm like, what's her name?
I was
Selfina?
sweating
Selfina?
for you. I was sweating for you, Eric. You were the last one standing out on that bridge with 3 shadows around you. It's like, oh no! Please, God, do not hit 0 strength. Don't. No,
Dude,
no,
it-
no.
It's
My
still
question,
so-
DM, do they have a swimming speed?
Yeah.
For you,
it's
Eric,
still,
every creature has a swimming speed.
it's still
That's what
better
I
than
need
the
to do,
alternative.
yeah. I have like
I'll
the
change my
ability
stat
to
blocks
grant,
on the fly to give them swimming speed so they can
I
talk.
need like a
so you can
spell
always
where
have
I
a
can
friend.
grant swimming speed to a creature, whether it's like willing
That's
or
the
not.
key, yeah.
And then I can
You
talk
need
to
like an aquafication spell or something.
Uh-huh.
Amphibiation. Yeah. All of you save with that +5. You're all good. Keep walking. I'm going to let's see. I really like the guidance. Teth, make an Arcana check, please. And you can apply that guidance.
Nice.
E4.
Balls. Not terrible, but not great.
With an 11, this plane, detect magic can work pretty well here. It can also provide some shifty information. Teth is actually going to guide you in the wrong direction, Urzak. I need you to make a perception check at disadvantage, please. Still at +5 from, or no, it's not a save. Never mind. At disadvantage.
Sure don't. Got a fat +1.
Okay. If Vern can do it. Vern can get 19 with a +0.
I feel like we have our position swapped. Isn't Urzak's Arcana like 1,000,000?
Yeah. Actually, no. That's a 7.
What's 2d20k L1 plus?
Is that how you
2d20, kill 1.
Yeah, kill 1.
Oh,
I don't know. Oh, keep low. That's probably what it stands for.
keep low?
oh yeah.
Disadvantage, okay.
That's rolling disadvantage through D&D Beyond, as opposed to roll 20.
With a 7, I need now that you know vaguely what to look for to avoid, you almost spend too much time looking for the pockets of enchantment magic, too much time looking for things on the ground, and you miss other things that you should also be keeping an eye out for. I'd like all of you to roll a D100. This is going to represent the next 4 segments of 30 seconds where the pull is getting stronger.
Ooh, it's a big number so
Good
far.
start, guys.
Nice.
Good start.
Not
Back to my old
so good.
ways.
Not
That's
so
pretty
good.
good. That's pretty
Honestly,
good.
I think
That's pretty good.
Not
we
bad.
carry
Not
you.
bad. So I'm just going to take those in the order that they popped up. So the first 30 seconds is going to be the roll from Donovan. 74 is plenty high enough. You're starting to walk faster. It is uncomfortable, but it's not terrible. And the ground is still relatively even. It's not. There's not so much debris that you're missing it. With an 81, the pull only gradually increases over the next minute. Again, it's not overwhelming. You are starting to sweat a little bit. It is a lot of constant motion, as opposed to short bursts that you all would be used to, say, during combat. With a 15, after the first minute, the pull increases by a sharp amount. You are all pulled forward, and you are all going to take a level of exhaustion, as you are now moving too fast for comfort.
Is there a way to mark that
And this is good.
in to be on?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
under
it's under
conditions.
your
All the way at the
conditions.
bottom.
Oh,
Mhm.
Man, there's a roll 20 like
you-
symbol.
Are you familiar with the new exhaustion? Is that what you're going off of, Barlos?
We're going to be using the 2014 exhaustion rules.
Okay. You'll have to tell me what they mean again because I don't have it anymore. But I can still mark them. Oh wait, no, it's here. Never mind. It still has the legacy.
Yeah,
stuff
the legacy definition is should be down at the
at
bottom.
the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yep, one level. It's -2
Disadvantage.
to any d20 rolls and 5 foot less to
Right.
speed.
That seemed what? That's
That's
different
the new
than
one.
yeah, that's the new one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm reading the wrong. Disadvantage on ability checks.
That's what. Yeah,
My speed didn't change.
Yep.
Yeah.
it is underneath legacy. Like that table is down there though.
Yep.
Yep, disadvantage on all ability checks moving forward. And at 8:58, that is where we're going to call the game for this evening. So you are now well into this place. You are, if you looked back, you can no longer see the entrance out to the bridge. You are just in darkness with your one dim dancing light above you. And you are starting to exhaust yourselves. Bum, bum, bum. Brackle got lost. Actually, I'm gonna roll for Brackle real quick.
He finally texted me back. I guess he was really exhausted from work, and nap turned into a sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, asleep where he's
Drifting to the ethereal plane.
Shit.
he's exhausted. It was like telling him we're exhausted too. We just did a level.
We did. So
Sorry,
you
rolled
got
a 98.
one
A
level, buddy.
98.
He did his
I'm gonna-
part.
Yeah.
I mark
I
that.
was like, oh, okay, that's actually what happened.
79 and a 98. Don't worry, your rolls are back to trash, Trent, for the end of the session.
Yeah, just
we'll
clinch the low roll at the very end there.
15's like normal bad. That's like that's
Yeah,
a step
that's
up
true.
for Trent.
See, if I had
Yeah.
one more chance.
See, that's not bad. It's not bad.
Normal bad.
Just less than half. Not bad.
It's almost half.
I really
I like
liked
Trent. I
those
like
high
Trent's
strength
orb.
rolls, guys. That was,
The 19s.
that was a good time.
A nice welcome change. Yeah.
I honestly, I wish I could pull up just my rolling history because I rolled out my ass today.
Oh, yeah, you
And
roll
then-
pretty solid.
Yeah, I have a ruling to ask about.
Yeah.
So the character sheet for Eric, I know I said, oh yeah, let me add lightning damage for Primal Strike. So it turns out the Elemental Fury has a choice at level 7, and then at level 16, when it upgrades, it only upgrades that earlier choice. And so I didn't
Okay.
understand that at the time. But what I want is the potent spellcasting option, not the Primal Strike.
Okay.
Because at 16, any cantrip with 10 feet range or greater increases by 300. So I really want a 330-foot Thorn Whip So yeah, I want to switch mine.
There should be an option for that in the builder. I can't
there's an
imagine
option
that
where
there
I found it. I
isn't.
just wanted to approve it with you.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
you
that's
feel
fine.
like the primal strike I just used is canon now. Like,
No, that's fine.
I
That's
think
fine.
I rolled like 3 damage or something.
No, especially with the 2024 stuff, there are bound to be things that we don't understand as we're using them the first time. So that would be real shitty of me to be like, yeah, you made a misinformed decision that you have to stick with forever. You're locked in now.
I mean, primal
No, you're
strike's
good.
not bad. They're both good choices, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah. It's all a preference thing for sure.
Now my armor class is 28 because I think I didn't remember if I did any ability score improvements anywhere, so I just chose 4 feats because now I'm not like I'm 16 straight druid, so I didn't have any like wasted time with cleric or anything. So now I have elven accuracy, crossbow expert, warcaster, and resilient constitution.
Warcaster's pretty sick. I like Warcaster a lot.
I'm changing all my feats out for epic boons, guys.
There we go.
These are
all level 19 epic boons.
they're very fucking cool.
I'm a big fan of the use of epic boons. They were technically a part of the 2014 book, but they didn't even have functionality in D&D Beyond. That's how seldom they were used.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they actually were actively implemented into every character
It
progression.
was kind of phrased as like a after you're level 20,
Yeah, it was the
like a level 21 feat type thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the
But-
proxy for that type of thing. Very fun though. Cool guys. Appreciate you as always. Thanks for being flexible with the later start time too, with everybody having different schedules. So appreciate that. Next Monday I do have rehearsal, so I will not be playing next Monday, the 30th. Feel free to play in my absence, but I will not be here.
Alrighty.
Cool. Appreciate you.
See you
Have a
guys.
good night. I'll
Yeah,
talk to
good
y'all
night.
soon.
See you dudes.
See you guys.
Bye.